Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be customizing the Karin Calico GTF. For your car boss again, this is I think a Toyota Celica ST180. I think there was a 220, could be that, I'm not sure. I'll leave it to the proper car buffs to figure that out. This car's available from Triple S if you want to buy it, 1.5 million if you can get the trade price, and 2 million if you just want to buy it as it is. Just quickly, very quickly, this car is just great without it being modified. It's got plenty of top speed, it's got crazy acceleration, and it just sticks to the track. I've been beaten by quite a few other sort of players, you know, who've been sort of driving around and racing around in this car. Absolutely fantastic car. And I've just taken it out for a bit of a spin before bringing it into the sort of car meet. Yeah, really good. Sticks to the road. This is the car that I bought, paid the full price for it, couldn't be bothered to sort of wait for the discount. Let's get in the car and let's get the customization underway. So top left we normally get the vehicle options and we click right on the D-pad to go into mod vehicle. Now, as I said, off the cuff, this is just a really good car. I got properly beaten by about 5-6 seconds on a race, so definitely one if you're looking to do some racing, and maybe as a getaway vehicle. It just sticks to the road, it's going to be really grippy. The back end doesn't break away like it does with the Tailgater S or like the Dinka RT3000. Both of those cars have a tendency to get the back end to break away quite a bit, and that will lose you a lot of time, especially in races. Let's get the rear bumpers as we normally do. We start off with the rear bumper. Some good choices here. Looks quite nice. If we can get two exhausts to run through the middle there, that would probably look quite nice. Just very quickly there, it does say 2-litre turbo and Karin. Okay, so let's see what we can find. We'll stick with this on the basis that we can get a twin exhaust setup going. So we'll do the extended lip bumper. Let's check around the front. That's quite nice. What else do we have? Does that sort of line up and complement with the back? That seems to be a bit more level with the back. Let's see what else we have. That looks quite nice. Let's see if that levels up. That's kind of a little bit lower at the front than the back. Let's have a look. So okay, we'll pencil this one down for now. Definitely don't want that. That's going to cause us problems going around corners. Anything with a high curb, we've had it. It's going to be that one, or okay, no. So that's it. So that's the one. So bolt that on. That's that done. We're going to quickly pop into the engine. Very quickly, engine block. We don't have a massive amount of customizations for this particular vehicle. I think with the what was it, these sort of Mach 1 muscle car type thing, anything American muscle, I think you'll probably get a bit more showy stuff under the bonnet, especially sort of things like the V8 options. Lots of little plastic covers and little pulleys and things. I'm not going to bother with this particular car. Strut braces. Again, I'm not making this car up to show at car meets. I'm making it up so I can do the contract missions, and that's worked out perfectly. If you just very quickly look at the back there, you can see the bumper works perfectly with the exhaust. So we'll just quickly go through, highlight anything. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. No, it's quite flush. I mean, I like to see my exhausts on a car, so I'll go for something like that. If they had a quad of that, or 2 tubes, I would have gone for that, but they don't, so we'll go for that. Fenders, very quickly, sort of like a wide body kind of setup. No, like I said, it's kind of like that swollen lip thing. It's not quite working, not for this car. It would be nice if you could get just the back fenders, sort of, and not the front, but it kind of sort of come as a pair. So we'll leave that out. Again, if you want that rally look, or if you like to sort of menacingly drive around harassing other players, that's an option. that looks disgusting. That kind of looks okay. I tend to find sometimes if you want extra light, the lights you're covering up like here will be the lights that will give you more visibility, especially when you're driving around in the dark. So maybe later on if I think I need to do it, but at the moment I'm just going to leave it as it is. Hood catches, usual assortment of fancy little catches. Let's get down to the hoods. That's quite nice, so we'll kind of pencil that in. Not that. There's too much going on there. That would have been good if we didn't have the side scoops. No, it's like just extra bits just getting added on. It's just getting worse and worse. Oh my god. And I wasn't wrong. Look at that. So something clean cut, something like that will do. Again, when it comes to customizing, each to their own. Whatever you sort of prefer. I tend to sort of do the cars sort of styling so that it's kind of a little bit more true to the car. I tend not to sort of wreck it with crazy colour schemes and sticker bombing sort of rear bumpers but not the front, or putting a rusty bumper up front and a steel one at the back. We'll see what kind of crazy cars we see in GTA Online. I've seen quite a few. Again, we try and put the padded roll cage in. This is like 5,800. It just gives you a bit of rear protection in case someone is trying to shoot you. It just kind of helps. We'll go for this one. There's not much of a difference in it. As you can see there, it's not a massive amount, but it's a few pipes running around the back of your head, which, you know, could make the difference between a headshot or something else. Again, your usual Arena Wars menacing set of lights there. You've got your neons, they're standard, I'm not going to go into that. Liveries, it's always the kind of, I like to think, the bread and butter of what kind of makes the car. A good livery kind of works and poor ones don't. At the moment we're not seeing anything fantastic. There are a few, not that, that's too much going on there. So something like that, double white stripe. We'll go for the double, well, we've got a car already with white stripes, so we'll do black. Standard, loss prevention, theft prevention. The mirrors, I like to keep them a bit on the chunky side just in case, but yeah, there's not much of a difference here, so I'll leave those. Mudguards tend to ruin the car, I've noticed anyway. It's like a bit of paper hanging out behind the tyre, doesn't work for me. Plates, plate holders, if you want to put them in a different position, I just keep them in the front. It's not going to make much of a difference. Yellow on black is fine. Just kind of merges a bit in with the livery as well. Doesn't stand out as much. We'll do the respray in a minute. Let's pop to the roof, see what kind of funky stuff we've got here. Maybe some scoops. Twin scoops, there we go. Or twin vents, as they call them. What else do we have? Oh, that's quite... so we've got those silly little Vortex Fins at the back as well. But there's something here, we need to just sort of find the right one. That's too boxy. That's sticking up too much from the front above the windscreen. That is kind of not right. If we can get something like that. Which one was that? Primary. I'll go for a primary single vent. Skirts. Again, as you can see, there's kind of, that looks blatantly obvious that there's something stuck on there. It's that stuck on look which I don't I'm not a massive fan of. I do have it on a few of my cars, but it's just, it was the lesser of all evil kind of thing. That kind of looks quite nice, and so does that. It's a little bit cheaper. So primary extension skirts, nothing else, nothing fantastic. Let's see how that looks from the side. Primary GT skirts against primary ridged, no, not ridged. Primary performance. We'll stick with primary performance. Spoilers, again, good opportunity if it's the right spoiler to give you a bit of cover from behind in case police, griefers, anyone shooting you. That I think is more in line with, yeah, and it's GTF, it's kind of for the car. We'll pencil that in mind. Then they've got all the other crazy ones, and you probably have the Pikes Peak ones sticking through at the back. Well, kind of more like a GT wing, yeah. So we'll go to, we've lost it, where is it? There it is. So that's kind of the one we want. That works for the car. Suspension, again, let's see how much we can drop this by. Let's go around this side, we can see a bit closer. That's actually quite a good amount of drop there. We'll put it for street, because it had absolute stock suspension and it did fantastic round corners. It really did. It gripped. You don't want to make the suspension so hard that it starts snapping from the back and the back end starts breaking away. So yeah, that's fine for me. Secondary trunks, nothing fantastic there. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's just colour schemes, isn't it, really? Secondary or carbon. Not too bothered with that. Definitely turbo tuning. Windows could do with a bit of a tint. Something like that is fine. We'll get to the business end, which is the respray. Metallics. We'll start from the bottom. Also, I'm not a massive fan of the headlights up front. I think they could have done something better with that, but I guess it makes the car stand out a lot more. And I guess they rallied with it as well and it won, so who am I to tell Toyota what to do? What other colours do we have? That actually looks quite nice, but it's not in keeping with the car. I'm kind of sort of thinking a white colour with this. Getting into the darker sort of greys and blacks. We've kind of had a sort of gunmetal look. It's nice, but it's got to be another colour. I'm tempted to stick with white on this. Something kind of like that. But £10,000 against what? A couple of hundred for a standard white. 1400, there we go. Frost white, we don't want ice, we want frost, so that'll do. Put a pearlescent tint on it just to, funnily enough, give it a bit of colour. If we can impart some colour into this, there's a bit of red we can impart on, that kind of looks quite nice, just as the sun runs over it. Yeah, standard red should be fine. Let's see what else we've got. Sort of a pink. I don't know if that's going to work too well. Blues, I don't want blues. We want... Yeah, so we're down to the colours that are locked. So I will probably just put a bit of red in there. It happens to be quite cheap as well, so can't complain. £4,000, there we go. Or $4,000. Metallic, do we have anything metallic? Yes we do, the inside frame of the car. Which, do we want to have that? We want to have that black actually. Let's see what that looks like when it's black. We can quickly run through the colours. Yeah, you almost can't see it, can you? You almost can't see it. And it's cheap as well. I just put carbon. Doesn't really matter. No, it's not going to stand out that much anyway. Just curiosity. Nope. Let's try that one. No, not there. Metals. Strange. I thought I had all of those metals unlocked. Trim colour. That's the inside of the car. Accent will be your dials. Dashboard dials. I'm going to pop out of there very quickly, and we're going to pop into wheels. Wheel type, again, track, that tends not to be sort of a, I don't know, a lot of them are locked, to be honest, so yeah, not quite sort of for me. There's some good that's quite nice, that does look quite good. That looks quite nice as well. I'll kind of keep that in mind. See what else we've got. That actually looks quite nice as well. You know what, that does actually look quite nice, and so does that. Yeah, so most of these are locked. I mean, level 100, I'm on level 11 or something. I've got a long way to go before they unlock. From what people have been saying on the forums, it's a very long trip. I think that is more, yeah, that definitely looks a lot more in line with this car. That kind of is set in a bit more, which I do like. That kind of pops out a bit more. That's set in, pops out, but that's the one that works for the car, so it'll be that. Wheel colours, I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be honest. We could have white, or you could just leave them as they are. I don't think the grey is going to go well. Saying that, I don't want to put black on. Let's have a quick run through. Let's have a quick run through and see what we've got. If there's anything that kind of stands out. Not really. Just very quickly did that. Okay, frost white. We're going to make the car very white. Tyre enhancements, again, bulletproof tyres. If you're going to use them in heists and contract sort of missions from your auto shop, you're going to need that. Stop the police shooting the tyres out, especially with things like the Fleecer job, where you've got like 6 banks to hit in the same car. If you're going to do that solo, you're going to need a good robust car. Low grip tyres, if you select that, you're going to lose the standard tyres. You're going to have to buy them again, and if you want to alternate between these two, you're going to have to keep paying. So standard and low grip, you're going to have to keep on paying. I've suggested this for those people that do have a lot of money. Just buy another car and just set it up as a low grip. It's probably just a lot easier. I mean, it's overkill, obviously, that's a hell of a lot of money, but yeah, it means you've got 2 cars and you can just sort of swap between them without having to worry about changing tyres every time. Tyre design, is there going to be anything fantastic here? Most of the cars tend not to sort of pull off these kind of tyre designs, and yeah, it doesn't quite work here either. So I guess we'll give it a quick run through. Brakes on this car, I will actually put some sports brakes or race brakes on this particular car, because I will be racing this car and using it for contact missions as well. Sorry, contract missions. Yeah, bumpers are fine, engine's fine, exhaust, fenders. Have a quick look at the fenders again, see if that kind of does anything to the car. Not really. As you can see, it doesn't. The wheel arches don't follow through, and really you need to get the studs removed. That's kind of looks nice, but it kind of reminds me of a Rover, where they did that on a sports Rover. Fog lights, again, quick look, nothing fantastic there. Is that going to make a difference? No, it's not. We'll just leave it as it is. And yeah, there's not really much else on this car. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.